guys, it's me, Hannah,
and then we'll do take 12.
and I'm back with
Why is
another
there
video
some
on
peeking
video
out?
called Whatever After If the Shoe
We
Fits,
have a new producer.
and it's the
Anyways,
name of the
take
book.
13.
So,
Cut. Why did you cut 3 times?
in the 18th
We made
chapter,
another color blooper. What do you mean we made another
Farrah
color
has been
blooper?
called
You guys and the word
and
TVO
appeared
have
again.
the HBO Kids
So, we're gonna do the
this time
18th,
you
the
get to swap us
19th
back.
chapter
It's okay.
of
Let's
Whatever
get me to swap you
After
guys back to
If
normal
the
and
Shoe
then take
Fits.
14. Why does it say TVO toys? Because KIND are at Dictionary's house
Gotta turn the
watching
TV down,
Doodle
and sorry
I
about that.
don't have the footage.
Chapter
Someone else has
19.
the footage. I just can't remember who.
So Farrah
It's okay.
says, twirling
We'll just
her
wait for
wand
them to come
between
back and then take
her
15.
fingers like it's a cheerleading
Cut.
baton. How do you do?
Why did you cut
She
those
did
times?
great,
Because you guys made a color
I
blooper once
say,
again.
but then
What do you mean?
wonder if I should let Cinderella do the talking. A person who stands on her own 2 feet
Oops.
should definitely use her own tongue. Right. Let her tell you about it, Farrah says. Good idea. Cinderella takes a step forward. We decided I would get a job so I could afford an apartment of my own. And Jonah, we found a great place that's $100 a month. You said that if I could prove to you that I can rescue myself,
it's okay. Swap the colors again.
You would fix my foot.
18.
And if you fix my foot,
Alright, who is responsible
you know,
for changing the color black?
Then I'll fit the glass slipper like Abby said I was supposed to.
Oh. We'll just wait
So,
for him to paint it
I
back
started
to
a
white
crownie
and
company called
19.
Cinderella's Crownies
We
to
have
raise
another different
$100 for the apartment.
Are you kidding me?
For the apartment.
And who is it?
What's a crownie? Farrah says. Jonah rolls his eyes. It's really called a brownie. My sister's just weird. Crownies are little square cakes, Cinderella explains. I baked a bunch, and then we sold them at the market. I really enjoyed making them and selling them, and we made $120, which is enough to rent an apartment? I shriek. I'm sorry. I'm just not good at containing myself, which proves that she can stand on her own 2 feet. She's really self-reliant. She is. Exactly, Cinderella says. Farrah nods. I'm impressed. You can afford to rent your own apartment? That does prove to me that you're not just a damsel in distress. Maybe you're a worthy partner for the prince after all. Yay! I cheer. And Farrah, not that I'm not focusing on Cinderella and her issues right now, but we really need to talk about finding a magic mirror.
Why does it say TVO pigs? Because
she smiles. Let's take care of Cinderella first, okay? She lifts her wand. She makes 3 circles in the air, and then sends a zap towards the table. The glass slipper that had been smashed reappeared in a puff of sparkle. Oh, yay! She fixed it! And now for your foot, she says. Yes, yes, yes! Everything is going to be back on track! Hooray!
Hello and welcome to Baskin Robbins. What will you like to order? We would like vanilla ice cream with a cone, please. Okay, it's
hooray!
Why do we have to do
the door burst open. Not so fast! Stop whatever you're doing! Betty? What is she doing here? Beatrice is behind her. And
sorry. It's okay.
Beatrice and Kayla. See, Kayla? Beatrice says, pointing to the glass slipper on the table. I told you she was the mystery girl from the ball.
Why do we keep getting called?
She stole your prince.
Dee, calm down. You don't want to rage.
How do you know? Cinderella asked.
Anyways, as I was saying.
It wasn't that hard to figure out, Beatrice says. I'm also a very good eavesdropper. You guys aren't exactly quiet.
It's okay.
Kayla's eyes tear up. I don't understand. I thought you were trying to raise $100 so you can move out. Technically, she's raising $100 to prove me that she's worthy of the prince, Farrah says. You lied to me, Kayla says, her mouth turned down. You stole my prince. Kayla, I'm so sorry, Kayla. I'm sorry, Kayla. Cinderella says, but he was never your prince. If he was your prince, he wouldn't have spent both nights dancing with me. But he liked me. I know he liked me. Kayla's voice trails off. She judged her quivering chin. He just her quivering chin at Cinderella. I can't believe I helped you, Prince Robber.
It's okay, Kay. Paint it back to normal and then we'll do take 29.
Betty smiles a seriously evil smile. Don't get all worked up, Kayla. Cinderella isn't marrying the prince. She can raise the $100. Yes, she could. It's right here. I pulled out the envelope with the money. See? There's enough money. There's enough in here for the apartment. And plus $20 extra.
What? You? Oh, I'm just here because I is having a picnic with Minimax.
Let's see about this, shall we? Betty walks over to me. Tell me something. Who paid for the ingredients that Cinderella used to bake the crownies? We bought the ingredients for the second batch at the market, Jonah says. Betty raises an eyebrow. What about the first batch? We found the ingredients in the house, I say, my voice shaking. So that means you used my ingredients for your crownies without asking my permission? Which in my book is stealing. I don't know what kind of laws you have in Smithville. But here in Flume, stealing is a crime. She laughs. Forget the attic. Forget the attic. You should see what a jail cell feels like.
Why is 9's story here?
Take $20.
I'm just Dee's replacement.
Cinderella says quickly. Then we'll be even. Will we now? Betty says. Will we now? Betty says $20. See, hardly seem enough for all the ingredients you stole.
just here
And
because
what about the
AIDNS
paper
went shopping with
you
their
used to make the
parents.
signs and
Sorry we
ironing
have
board
no
you
footage.
used as a table? I say, you owe me,
Waiting every
including
time.
penalties and
After
interest.
will do take
She pretends to
35.
be hard at thought.
Cutty cut cut. Why
Hmm,
is Nickelodeon
how much did
AIDNS here?
how much did you say you made?
Didn't mean to be.
$120?
We'll just wait for you guys to
I
leave
say
the
you owe me
studio
a
and then we'll
you
do
owe me
it.
$130. Her mouth twists into an evil smile. Aw, you don't have that much? Too bad. I guess this means you and you, Lowell, Smithville and your friends are going to jail. Mom, no! Beatrice yells. Can it be? Did I have it all wrong? Is Beatrice the nice one? And Kayla is the bad one? If they all go to jail, Beatrice whines. Who's gonna do the cooking and the laundry?
I can't wait for the end of the next week. Guys, guess what? It's the end. Whoa, yeah! Present delivery. Thanks, producer. You're welcome. It's another
Betty
present.
smiles. Thanks, Beatrice. Whichever one of you marries the prince will move me and your sister into the palace with you, yes? Beatrice nods. Surely. Then we'll each have our own maid to tend to us. Who needs Cinderella? My heart pounds. I turn to Farah. My heart pounds. I turn to Farah. Can't you stop her? She's being ridiculous. Farah shakes her head. She's the lady of the house, Cinderella. She's the lady of the house. Cinderella should have asked her permission before taking her things. There's nothing I can do. Your choice, Betty says with a grin. $130 or jail. I look at Kayla, my eyes pleading. I know you're mad, but can't you convince them to go easy on us? Remember how crummy you felt betraying Cinderella badly for so long? Haven't you changed at all? Kayla's lips quiver, but then she takes a deep breath. Mom, she finally says, you're being unfair. Cinderella didn't know she was stealing. She lives here. You know, she just assumed it was her stuff too. Well, it wasn't, and now she has to pay, Betty spits out.
Coming soon.
I send Kayla another pleading glance. And I know you think Cinderella marrying the princess unfair, I say, but the way you treated her since she was 12 is even more unfair. You owe it to her to help. You know you do. Kayla's face falls. I know, Mom. I'll give you the $130. Just don't send Cinderella to jail. She's suffering enough. Excuse me, Farah pipes up, but that breaks the rules. Cinderella and I exchange a look. What rules? She asked. Farah frowns. The rules about being self-sufficient. If Kayla just gives her mother the money she'd be rescuing. But Cinderella, have you been listening? Cinderella has to prove herself. Cinderella has to prove she's self-reliant. That's the whole point. See, Beatrice says, even the skinny fairy woman agrees. I think it's time I called the police. Wait, you have a phone? Can I call home? Phone, crownies? Are you guys making this? Phone, crownies? Are you guys making words? Are you guys just making up words to confuse me? Beatrice asked. I guess that's a no. Wait, did she say crownie? Farah, I say slowly. If Cinderella earns the money to pay back Betty,
that was unfortunate. It was.
that would prove she's self-reliant.
But we have a different letter. Here we go with the different letters again, just like in movies 1 and 2.
How can I earn the money? How can I earn the money? Cinderella says, I have no ingredients to make more crownies and no money to buy them. Even if I did, we're almost out of time. The princess assistant is going to be here any minute. I reached into my bag and pulled out the one remaining crownie. You still have one crownie left to sell, Cinderella. Please, would you be interested in buying this crownie for $130? I turned to Kayla and hold my breath. Who's she's going to side with? She would not, Betty snaps. Kayla's cheeks redden. Actually, Mom, Kayla's cheeks redden. Actually, Mom, I would. Really? Jonah asked. You know it's walnuts, right? I can't believe you betrayed your own mother, Betty snarls at Kayla. Sorry. I'm sorry, Mom. I don't want to betray you. I want to make up the last few years to Cinderella.
My power to achieve any day.
Farah looks at her watch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made it! I'm very impressed. Dig again, fairy freak, Betty says. Do you see money in my hand? You do not. Cinderella goes to jail. Actually, I say, speaking as a lawyer, the litigations were completed before the deadline. I would say she's in the clear, right, Farah? In response, Farah raises her hand, points it at Cinderella's foot, and zaps it. There's a purple sparkle before our very eyes. Cinderella's foot shrinks back to its normal pre-marshmallow size. I'm healed, Cinderella says, wiggling her toes. Thank you, Farah. As for you two, Farah says to me and Jonah, it's time to tell you how to get home. Really? I asked. Really? She says, twirling her wand between her fingers. The portal is actually... She's interrupted by a loud knock at the front door. Jonah rushes to the window. There's a carriage outside. It must be the princess assistant. Get her, I hear. The next thing I know, Beatrice jumps onto Farah's back. The wand flies out of Farah's hand, and Beatrice and Farah tumble to the ground. The wand goes rolling across the floor. Betty scoops it up. Now, where were we? This does not look good.
What do you mean it's our colors? You guys swapped colors to
What's
backwards
going to happen next?
Oh.
Well, we'll all find out in the 20th chapter.
Also, you changed my
So,
color. We'll just wait for Kay to swap
the
up
reading
as normal,
continues
and then we'll do Take 12.
until next week. So,
Why does it say
I guess
TV
it's off
Kids
that
in
video.
Spanish?
See you later.